Today I am turning this nice grass lawn into dirt from my King Edward potatoes as part of my plan to make £8,000 this year from 0.1 acres. The first step is to measure and mark out this new 8x16 metre patch. I am measuring this with a tape measure and marking it out with a string. Running a string down alongside my other patches will make sure that it is in line with all of my others. Before I start digging, I am mowing the area as short as possible. There are 3 ways I could dig this patch. A garden fork is a super slow way, but I wouldn't have to remove all the roots and grass chunks later. A rake is a little faster, but it does leave a lot of roots that need to be removed before I can plant anything. The fastest way is to use a tiller, but it does leave everything on top of the ground to be raked off by hand. I decided to use the tiller because it is the quickest way and the only way I can do an area so big without breaking my back. I went over the patches with the tiller 3 times, which loosens the ground enough for me to remove all of the roots and grass chunks by hand. For this I'm using a rake to mound the grass and roots into piles, so that I can then rake it all off the patch. I just spread it out on the grass to be mowed, and after going over it a few times with a lawnmower it should all disappear. After raking as much as I could off the patch, I am tilling the ground again, to dig up the large sting nettle roots, which also need to be raked off the patch. Now my new patch is complete, I am ready to plant my 25 kilos of King Edward potatoes. This video will show you how I am planning to make £8,000 this year from my 0.1 acres of land.